I feel like there's only one logical thing to do at 11:30 at night when you just watch an hour-long tier ranking video from the Cosmonaut Picture Show doing every Marvel and DC movie that's ever been made. And that's to review every single bag that I've ever talked about on this channel. Now, full disclosure, some of the bags I've talked about have disappeared from history, like their websites are gone, the bag's gone, the site doesn't exist, and they're also bags that probably wouldn't end up on a high ranking in this tier list anyways, if we're being completely honest. There are a couple bags on here that I'm not 100% sure if the company still sells, but they're still on their site. But there is one bag on here that is not available anymore, and I'm putting it on here to petition to bring it back. But speaking of our tier list, here's what I've come up with to rank these bags. Starting at the top, we have best bag ever, right? Just makes sense. It's the cream of the crop. It's the best of the best. I imagine there's probably going to be 10. I'm going to try to get 10 in here, right? Any more, too many, any less, top 10. That's where it's at. So at the very, very end, I'm going to rank the best bag ever category from my favorite, like number 1 to hopefully however many we end up with. Hopefully 10. We're going to shoot for 10. Below that is a really good bag. So it's a really good bag. It almost checks every box. It's just on the cusp, or could be on the cusp, of being the best bag ever. Then we have good bag. It's a good bag. It's a good bag. And just below that is, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Like, it's serviceable. You might like it. It's okay. Mid is either I forgot about it, so like I don't have a recollection of it, or it was just very like, it's not bad, it's not okay, it was just, why even bother kind of thing. Like this, yeah, I see it, but like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? And then below that is bad, just bad bag. Bad bag, don't do that. Bad, stop it, don't do that. And then below that is never should have been made. That is like the worst of the worst, and I will rank these as well, because there's a couple bags when I was putting this together, I was like, I know where you're going. Right down to the bottom. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, first up on the ranking list, we have the Able Carry Day Pack. Now, I'm hoping I can remember all the names to these. I should, because I just recently went and got all the pictures, so if I get the names wrong, apologies in advance. Able Carry is good. I remember this one just being okay. In hindsight, the more I used it when I tested it, the less I ended up liking it. I just remember there was just nothing about it that really stood out to me, which is interesting compared to the Able Carry Max, which I remember just being one of the first travel bags that I was like, this is how you should really be doing a travel bag. Good material, it was comfortable, I like it. It was a really good bag. It still is a really good bag. I stand by that. This is the Outbreaker 2, which I famously kept calling the wrong thing in my comparison video, so thank you for everybody that constantly pointed that out. I made a mistake. That was my bad. I just could not get the name right. And I remember it being a good bag. It was a good bag. I think Able Carry on the whole makes good things. Like, I feel like they have good products. I like their materials. I think they do really well. The Air City Sling. In terms of slings, this is definitely not my favorite, but I don't think it deserves anything less than being good. Because I do know people that like the Air City Sling. People like Air. This is the Air Slim Pack, and I tried to randomize these, but I think they're gonna, some of them might be the same company, pretty close together, so not as random as we hoped. But this was the Slim, and I forgot all about it. It did not impress me. It did not leave a lasting memory. I remember this just being like, what is this? Why are we doing this? Which is weird, because I feel like Air makes really good things, but some of their products, they just feel really out of place, like a carbon copy of something else they have, but just like copy my homework, but don't make it obvious, but like with their own stuff. This is their travel pack. Now, I know they come in like 2 sizes. Now, typically I go for the smaller ones, like the 30-ish liters as opposed to the 40-ish liters. And I remember in terms of a travel bag, I wouldn't say this is better than the Able Carry Max, but I would say it's a good bag. And I will say this now, anything that's in these, like in the middles, that's not the top or the bottom, they're not getting ranked. It's just, if it's a really good bag, they're just all really good. They're all the same really good bag. The only ones I'm gonna actually put in order are the best and the absolute fucking worst. So, next up is the Alpaca Elements Day Bag. Now, day packs are gonna be weird for me on this tier list because I I either use like camera bags or travel bags. Day bags have been really weird for me because I'm very, very picky. I'm way more picky about my day bags than I lead on, which is why I try not to be too critical in my reviews, because when I like truly want a day bag, it's hard for me to find. And I remember this one just being okay, which might be controversial. Some of these might be controversial, which can't wait. The Alpaca's Element Tech Tote or shoulder bag, I remember being a good bag. The biggest complaint I think people had with this one was the size of the laptops that could go in, but they have two different sizes for like big laptops, smaller laptops. The one I reviewed was for smaller laptops, but I remember it being good. The Alpha 19er Evade 1.5. Now this is a bag that I really enjoyed. It won Carryology, won a Gear of the Year award. It's a really good bag. I would almost be tempted to put it up here to best bag, but there are a couple things about the Evade that I remember I didn't like, specifically that it was really like, you should be concealed carrying, and like, no. That's just, it wasn't really my vibe. It was very like tactical, like Tactibro, and coming from the military, I don't like that type of gear, but it is a really good bag, so I won't take that away from it. The Andar Indie belt bag is not a good bag. And I know I've reviewed all of these, right? And like in my reviews, I definitely didn't say this was a bad bag. This is hindsight. This is hindsight of what's come since I've reviewed that and what I've used since. This was a bad bag. It just felt flashy, but no substance. Opposite of that, this is the Attitude ATD2, Attitude Supply, from Italy. Yes, Italy. I almost forgot where it was from. One of my favorite bags of all time. Like, just, I am in love with this bag, head over heels. I will never part ways with it. It is something that I will forever cherish. I love it. I love it to death. And I paid my own money for it, and it was expensive, and I love it. Okay, this is a company, Baboon to the Moon. These were early day Odie Matthew reviews. The go bag was mid. No, this was the day bag. They called this one the day bag, and this big duffel thing was the go bag. Now, here's the thing. The day bag is mid because I barely remember it. Barely remember even using it. Nothing stood out about it. The go bag, which is this giant duffel, is just really bad. It doesn't offer anything new. The only thing it has going for it is this marketing, right? And I think this company is still around. Pretty sure they are. I mean, I was on their site a couple days ago, but it's just a giant, like, rubber duffel. And compared to other giant rubber duffels that we've talked about, this one just offers nothing, and it's overpriced, and it's very like, look at our marketing, but the bag just doesn't hold up. Actually, YouTuber Drew Gooden, who I'm a big fan of, he did a video about like trying products, and this was one of the ones that he ordered from like an ad, and even he was like, I don't get it. Like, why is this so expensive? And it shouldn't be. It wasn't good. And this was their tote, and I forgot about it too. So this company did not leave a good impression with me. But this is just really bad. Just remember it being really bad. Bellroy, one of my favorites. This is their light day pack, so their packable day pack. It's gonna go good bag because there's one packable bag that I think belongs here to really good, and I don't think personally that either of these would be a best bag ever. But in terms of packable regular day packs, this is really good. But the light sling from Bellroy is one of my favorite things ever. I absolutely fucking love it. It's so good. It's the best packable companion you can ever take with you. It is the perfect size to not only pack with you, but then also take like your bare essential minimum stuff when you're out and about. I love it. Just chef's kiss all the way through. This is the Transit backpack. Now, I'm pretty sure the one that I tried was the travel transit travel bag. But from what I can tell on pictures, like, this is the exact same bag as that, and it was good. It was good. I mean, Bellroy is not going to probably ever fall below good to me. It's just, like, even putting these in good feels weird, but I mean, that's because the next one, the Venture Ready Zip, is again one of my favorite bags. This is exactly the kind of stuff you want in a bag. It's really good material, really comfortable. The zips, it's just, That's a good one. This is the Via Work Pack. Now, this is the one that I took with me on my Frontier Challenge video, which was super fun, and it was good. Like, I think Bellroy across the board is gonna be, like I said, just good. I don't know if there's any more on here from them, but these are all really good, and these two are just fantastic. Fantastic. This is the Black Ember Citadel R3. Now, they used to have the Shadow, they used to have like a Citadel module and all this other stuff, and honestly, I don't remember any of it. I think the Shadow was all right in memory. The Citadel module, I was not a fan. They don't sell it anymore, and yeah, just, I don't know, didn't stick out. But the Forge from Black Ember, that's a really good bag. That, I would almost be debating putting it here, but I think it goes here. I really like, if you want a good like three-way like versatile carry, you know, that dark leather material, I'm a fan of this one. This is the Compact, spelled with a K. I know, I'm pretty sure my buddy Bo is a fan of this one, but I think it's just okay. I feel like Black Ember is either okay or like really good. Like I have a very interesting relationship with a lot of their bags as hindsight moves on. Boundary Supply. This is the Eris system. Now, on initial testing, I would have said here all day long. But when it comes to a bag, I feel like you shouldn't have to rely on buying other accessories to complete it. And this bag very much relies on the fact that you're going to buy these other attachments that come with it. And without those attachments, which this picture is misleading, but just the bag on its own, it's just okay. Like, what really makes the Eris system worthy of being up here is if you spend all the money on the extra stuff, but a bag needs to stand on its own. You shouldn't have to spend more money on accessories to make that bag work. And because of that, it's just okay. Because I don't like that. I don't like that you sell a bag for 400 and then I'd spend 200 on accessories, which I don't think that's the actual price for Boundary, but I'm just saying. I'm not a fan. Now, Boundary Supply did change a lot of the names of this stuff since I reviewed it. It's all now like the Errant or Renin series. So this is now the Errant duffel. It once was the like Aegis duffel, and I forgot all about it. Sorry. I know I even did a comparison video of this like a couple years back. I totally forgot I even reviewed it. I don't remember anything about this bag. Errant. This is the Errant pack. Right now, this is probably going to be controversial because a lot of people think this bag is great. They just released a pro version as well, which a lot of people are a fan of. I don't like this bag very much. I don't think it's. I think it's just okay. I'm not a fan of the locking mechanism. I just, for me, it's kind of like this one, which is the Errant Sling. I forgot about that one. These just all feel like they're missing something. But what doesn't feel like it's missing something is their Prima, which is this is the first bag they made, and it's really good. I took it to Ireland with me. I really enjoyed using this. I almost want to put it up here. Nah, I think it goes there. Yeah, I think it needs to go there. It's really good. Like it still is really, really good. It's one of the best like photography bags you can probably get that's like minimal. Like it's still really solid, which is why these are kind of disappointing. Oh, and then this is the Renin pack. Now, again, one of those that at the time of review, I would have been like, this is a really good bag because this is like an updated take on like a minimalist, original like Jan Sport day pack, like something you can almost give your kid. But since then, a lot of packs like the Bellroy Light, and even like to some extent like the Alpaca one, like are kind of just as good, and the Renin is just okay. Like, and that's okay. Hey, okay is still okay. Okay, here we are. This is the bag that's no longer available that I'm putting in here, so we're going to petition it. This is the Wandered Hexad Access Duffel. I love this duffel. It is one of my favorites. I still use it to this day, and Wandered, I cannot find it anywhere on their site. I had to go to their Kickstarter that's still up just to grab this photo of it. I love it. It is so good. I don't know why they aren't selling anymore, because they still sell this, which is the carry-all version, which is just good. Like, this is fine. Like, it's good. Don't get me wrong. But this is, I've even got people to buy this bag. I've gotten multiple people that I know personally to buy this bag. It is, why would you ever get rid of it, Wandered? Bring it back. Hashtag Wandered, bring it back. I'm just saying, because I loved it. I loved it so much. Okay, next up is the Alpa 35 from Cotopaxi. Now, this is going to be kind of controversial, but I don't get the hype of Cotopaxi, personally. I think that their clothing is probably fine. I've never tried it, but in terms of bags, I don't feel like they offer anything unique. Yeah, again, they've got like cool colors, and like they take like different pieces of the bags and stitch them together and stuff, but in terms of an actual bag, for me, left no impression. I don't think it's bad, but it left no impression. But this next bag definitely did. This is the COTS bag. Now, early on, I had some offers, and I really wanted to review as much as I could, so I got offers from like really cheap brands on like Amazon and stuff. And COTS was one of them. And the other bag I reviewed, I couldn't even find. I ended up giving both of these to my friend Mark, and he likes them. This bag, however, didn't make it to him because it fell apart. It fell apart. Like, after I made my review, I was like, maybe these aren't that bad. And then it fell apart. The strap fell off and the zipper broke, and it fell apart. It's bad. It's really bad. But honestly, not as bad as this next one. This is the Cyber backpack, modeled after like the Cybertruck. I'm not even gonna play around with this one because it is just genuinely the worst bag I've ever done. Like, I can't even believe I made a video about it. It came damaged, dented. It had scuffs and scratches on it. The battery pack thing that like was supposed to be the whole selling point that you could charge on the go was like crushed and didn't even work. And it's like $200. This bag is super expensive, and it feels like it was made like in Microsoft Paint, but that equivalent for bags. Like, it was bad. 0 out of 10, negative 10 out of 10. Also, if you model anything after the Cybertruck, why? Like, definitely now, why? You want Elon Musk to buy it? That's weird. Psycop, this was their City Sling. I would almost put it in mid if I didn't remember that I didn't like it. And honestly, that was the same. This is their Swift bag. I did not like it. I did not like Psycop's stuff. They sent me once. I did the Sling, and they were like, hey, we have another bag. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, slings really aren't my jam. So like a bag would be cool. And then this bag was bad. And then they sent me waterproof socks that were not waterproof. And I was like, yeah, I think this relationship is over. It's not you, it's me, but it's you. This is Dayao. I don't remember much about this. I don't think it really did much for me personally. I think it's fine. You know, it's just one of those, it's fine bags. Next, these are the DB Journey bags. This was their Explorer, which was bad. I didn't like it. I didn't like this front panel system. It was supposed to be for like putting gear and everything if you were out exploring, and I don't know, gimmicky bags I don't like them. But the Ram Vac bag, it was okay. I remember this one being okay. I actually think before I moved from Boston, I ended up doing a giveaway, and the person that won that was actually in Boston. I think it was that bag, which is really cool, because then I met them. Next up, this is the Ever Fun cooler. Look, I actually genuinely liked this bag when I first used it because it worked and it was a cooler bag and it was nice. I made my review, and then about another week of use, the whole thing fell apart. So, you know, and you might be like, well, what do you mean it fell apart? I mean, the strap broke and it started leaking water because it no longer kept it cool, which is bad. So it's bad. Okay, next up, this is Evergoods. This is the CPL 24, I believe. This is the only thing I've ever gotten from Evergoods. I remember I really want to try more stuff from them, and I know this is a big favorite. I know that like JB Outside, he is a big fan of Evergoods. I think Aaron from Nomads Nation, my buddy Aaron, is a pretty big fan. I'm pretty sure Tom from Pack Hacker, Carryology, Gear Experts, everybody like universally agrees that this bag is good. I don't like it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I, I, I don't, like, I think, maybe it's just all hype. I'm totally kidding. A lot of people love this bag. I really like this bag. It's a really good bag. I really want to do more with Evergoods. I want to get some other stuff from them, and I think that's really funny. I hope anybody that was watching this, that was any of those people, are like, what in the hell are they doing? It's really good though. I'm a big fan. This is the domestic duffel from Gravel. Now this might surprise people, but I actually was a pretty big fan of this. It's packable. I like the material. It's comfortable. I really like the guys over at Gravel. I think their toiletry kits are still my favorite. I'm a really big fan of this one. Can I move stuff around later? Probably not. Actually, we're not gonna move stuff around later, so we gotta make a decision now. Yeah, I really like it. Like, I'm a fan. I like packable stuff, and clearly I like packable stuff. But this was just a really good duffel, and I think Gravel had like a gigantic like bento box travel bag that just didn't do it. It didn't do it for me, not really. But this was kind of what they needed, and I really liked it, and I still do. This is the Ground Truth Global Tote. I totally forgot this bag existed. I'm pretty sure I have an affiliate with Ground Truth on one of my affiliate like manager sites or whatever. I've never ever done anything with it. I'm an affiliate for a lot of people that I don't do anything with. So this is the Heim Planet Motion Arc. Now I really want to try more from Heim Planet because from what I can tell, they are really, really good. But the Motion Arc for me was just okay. I just remember just being like, yep, this is okay. I hope their other products are better, and I think they will be. I mean, they're mostly known for their tints, which were in a Netflix show, so that's pretty cool too. This is the Homey travel bag, an Amazon bag that was like $40 that some influencer on YouTube was like, this is the best travel bag ever because you can take all your stuff and it's incredible, and mine broke immediately. It's the worst bag I've ever used. Like easily one of the worst bags I've ever used. Zipper broke, strap broke, it ripped, it was uncomfortable, it was floopy and floppy. No, absolutely not. And I'm very happy I made a video being like, don't trust people that aren't bag reviewers on YouTube. Bag reviewers, that's who you can trust. Put that on a poster. This is the Qualitry Compass backpack, a bag that almost shouldn't have been made. I like Qualitry, I like their pants, but clothing companies that make bags, they're not that great, in my opinion, personally. Huru, I'm a big fan of Huru for a lot of reasons. Now, at the time of this video coming out, I haven't published my review on the Model A right here, but to give you a little bit of a heads up, it's a good bag. This is their travel bag. I'm still working on my review on that one, but it will be coming out here soon. I have a lot of videos I'm working on, but at 11:30, this is what I wanted to do. The next one is the Huru. This is the H2, and I really like this one. I think this is a really solid day pack. I think that this is like a very good representation of a good day pack, and I was very impressed. Unfortunately, this one, the Huru Model S, I was less impressed with. I think it's just okay. It's not my favorite, if I'm being honest. These categories right here, just filling them out. The July Volume Plus Weekender. Now, bags like this are tricky for me because I don't take a lot of stuff, and this was like a 40 liter plus the outside plus a tech case. But I just don't think it was that good. I think that might just be a personal thing too. I think I'm more of a backpack than like this kind of carry. What is this, like a duffel shoulder? Which is weird because I have a duffel up here, but I also have a duffel down here. So, you know, this is the Knack Series 2 expandable bag. I almost want to put it here. I think I'm going to put it here. I don't remember much about it. I remember a little, but not a lot. Not enough to definitively say if it's anything other than mid. So that's where it's going to go. These next two are kind of funny to me because for the longest time on my channel, I would say I hated roller luggage and I thought it was dumb. And then a roller luggage company reached out and was like, hey, do you want to try ours? And I was like, sure. And this is the level 8 Roadrunner, and I use it all the time. I check it. It's technically carry-on, like you're supposed to take it for carry-on, but it's the perfect size for like clothing that, and then also wanting to bring like stuff for like special events. Like when I went to Vegas, this was my checked bag, and it's just perfect. Like I love it. I love it. It's really good, and I never thought I would love roller luggage, but I do. But their other one that they sent me, the Voyager, I was not a fan of. It was huge, it was bulky, it was boxy, it was too big. When I used to work for the environmental company as a trainer, I would have to bring a bunch of gear with me, like steel-toe boots and like a training bag and like all my work stuff. And then I'd also bring like camera stuff because I was usually filming on the road. And like I would even put my camera bag in this thing and I still couldn't fill it out. It's too big. Like a family of 4 could put their whole vacation in there. And like, that's not why it's bad. Like the size is not why I'm putting it here. It just didn't do anything. Like it just, I remember it, so I can't put it in mid, but I don't think it's okay. I mean, it's roller luggage. Like this is why I put roller luggage, like why most roller luggage I don't like, because it's just an open chasm, which you can get in any of these, but with more. And that's controversial, I think, maybe, I don't know. But this one I like because it has a little bit of organization. This one doesn't, so it goes here. It's my tier list. This is Mahalo dry bag. It was, I don't remember reviewing it, but I did. So, you know. This is the Matador Seg 28, which is like a packable little travel bag that has these compartments. And I remember when I initially used it, I thought it was pretty good. But the more I think about it, the more I think it's kind of bad. And that might be, people might disagree with that one, but I remember kind of liking it, but in hindsight, it's kind of not my favorite. Okay, so Milliken, these next ones. I really liked Milliken. I had a contact over there that told me about a year ago they got bought out and like just kind of like retooled. So these products are still available on their site, but I can't speak if they're like the same quality as they once were. So I'm gonna rank these off the quality of the bags that I have, but I really hope that doesn't affect if you're looking for these bags. I would do a little bit of research on the Milliken site because I haven't worked with them in a while and probably won't work with them ever again. So these are the only 4 bags that I have. So again, just want to keep that in mind. But the Fraser, the rucksack, was a good bag. I liked it. It was a really good outdoor bag. The Miles duffel was mid. And I remember it, but it was legitimately mid. I think I almost want to put it in bad bag just because it reminds me of my sea bag from the Marine Corps. So I'm going to, because I hated that thing. So sorry, Miles, I'm taking that out on you. And then this was Nick the Messenger. I'm not the biggest fan of shoulder bags. This one was fine. It was okay. It was fine, you know. But the real star of the show for Milliken for me was Smith the roll top. Like this bag is, I actually kept this one. I didn't put it in the what was left behind video that I made, but this is my camping bag. It's got that like waxed leather canvas kind of feel to it. It's really good. It's a really good bag. I don't think it goes up here, but I think this one's really good. I was a big fan. Speaking of being a big fan, Manal, you know I'm a big fan of Manal. This is the carry-on 3.0. And I think that the carry-on 3.0 goes for best bag. The daily, which is their day pack, would go really good. I would do this. I love both of these. I think this is a really, really good day pack, but I don't think it's quite good enough to, I don't think Manal gets 2 top spots. I mean, I say that as there's 2 Belroys, but these are just the same bag, just different sizes. So I feel like this one really good, but the daily or the carry-on, still big fan. The roll top bag from Milliken, I'm actually not a fan of. I don't like it. It's the closure is weird, like the Errant. It's very thin. It's just not my aesthetic. My best friend Mark loves his. I do not. So it's kind of mid in my opinion. All right, modern day fare, pretty good. This was their active sling pack, and it was okay. I remember it was actually it was good. It was good. I like the organization, the roll top, the fidlock buckle. It was good. The regular active sling, like I said before, I'm not the biggest sling fan. Belroy sling is like cream of the crop for me. This one, I just didn't, I don't know. Hindsight, I'm not a fan. But I don't think it's bad. I think it's just mid. I don't know. It just didn't do anything. It didn't do anything for me. This is the modern day fare day pack, or backpack rather. And I think that's a good bag. I think it's a really good bag. I'm a pretty big fan of that one because I just really liked what the guy, like what he did with everything was just, it just worked really well with the way that bag was set up, especially with the Dayfare Tech pouch, which is still one of my favorites. That combo was just really solid when I was testing it. I liked it quite a bit. Moment has a couple bags that like they make in-house as their own. This was their camera bag, and it was okay. I remember it, but it just didn't, I don't know, it just didn't do anything special. Unlike their fanny pack, which is really good. I really like their fanny. I think that their fanny pack is solid. This sling with little camera accessories is perfect for mobile filmmaking, especially if you have little batteries. I really enjoy the Moment sling. And another sling, this is the Cetra sling from Monarch. I think Monarch is an underrated company. They make good stuff. I mean, especially for their price points. And the Cetra sling was good. I think it's a very solid, good bag. Nomadic, which we have a lot of right in a row. This will be fun. So this is the 30-liter Peter McKinnon camera bag. I fucking love it. I initially reviewed it, and I remember thinking, this is fine, and it does its job. But now I have it again, and I love it. I love everything about it. And the 22-liter almost would go up here with it. But I ended up using this for a gig that I had for the entirety of fall every weekend. I put all my gear specifically for that gig in here, and it was just, these 2 bags are really good. Really good. Now time to piss some people off with Nomadic. This is their 1-liter light sling. It's bad. I didn't like it. It didn't do anything. It's like all the other 1-liter slings that they offer. This is their 10-liter light sling. 10-liter light sling. It's very mid. It's very mid. This was their Navigator 15-liter backpack, and it was okay. I thought it was okay. Again, just one of those things that, I don't know, nothing jumps out at me. This is the Nomadic 40-liter, like one of the originals, and this was actually, again, one of the first bags that I bought and reviewed, and it's bad. In hindsight, now, especially when you look at any of these other travel bags, this is a tarpaulin box on your back at 40 liters. It's bad. I don't like it. This is the Access sling. These are the same thing. And like, I still have this Access sling. I don't use it. at all. It's like half a liter. These are the same thing. Same thing. Just throwing that out there. These are the same thing. This is the 32 liter Navigator travel backpack. It's okay. I mean, be honest. These two right here, would you even know which one's the travel pack and which one's the day pack? You probably wouldn't, because they're the same. They're the same. Quite literally. This was their like tech tote. I didn't like it. Wasn't a fan. Didn't think it was good. And this is their original travel pack, which was mid. And I know people like Nomadic, and I get why, but it's really hard for me to put these any higher when like these are so unique to me compared to everything else they've made. I'm not saying they're unique in like on the whole, but Nomadic likes to copy their own stuff. Like they are the definition of a bag company that was like, copy my homework but don't make it obvious. But like they're the same, like they're twins. Like like they don't need to copy each other's homework because like they're the same person. Like it's like talking themselves in the mirror. But like that's kind of what they do, and it's just never really jumped out at me. So except for the collaboration with Peter McKinnon and like even their new one that they just got done with, like how do you go from this to like this stuff? Like I don't know. I don't get it. But speaking of stuff that I don't get, this bag was the Nordis Camino bag, and I'll never forget this bag because it really stood out to me. It was just absolutely terrible. So bad. It was another one of those, I shouldn't have said yes to doing a review, and I shouldn't have signed anything. So that's why I was able to start doing cheap versus expensive videos, because I was just used the video to show you not to buy it. But this one was really bad. Really bad. Packed is coming up here, and I'm a big fan. This is the Packed 3-liter sling. Now, this to me is probably a good bag. I think I like the Bellroy sling, I like the Moment sling, and then I would probably, if I was going to rank the good bags, which I'm not, but I would say that I do like this sling more than the Air City sling. Actually, I said I wasn't going to move these, but the Air City sling's going down. Sorry. It's going here. It's going, that's okay. Late ball game. The Packed 5-liter sling is going to go right there with it, though, and that's why I'm moving it down, because I love Packed, and I think Packed is great, and I think this 3-liter sling is awesome. And I think that their 22-liter day pack is awesome, and they have a 15-liter version of that. I feel like this 5-liter sling just doesn't have a good place. I feel like it's not big enough to justify, but it's so close to the 3-liter that like you don't need it. And I know that they're coming out with an updated version of this, so I'll be interested to see what that's like. But for now, I think it's just okay. But their 22-liter bag is really good. It's I really want to put it up here, but I'm not going to, because there's another Packed product that I'm going to put up there, and I don't want to double up too much. But this is really good. I'm still thinking about it after my review. This is the Packed 1. This is the new version. I only tested the original version, but I liked it. It was good. It was really good. I don't remember it being really good, actually. I just said it was really good. I literally just said it was really good. Okay. Well, it's really good. It's going there. Okay, next up we have the Peak Design duffel. Now, they come in like 40 or 45 and like a 35-liter. I remember enjoying these for what they were. I don't think I'm on the Peak Design hype train, what the hell am I trying to say right now? I don't think I like Peak Design as much as other people. I think I heard a lot of complaints early on that the straps were uncomfortable. And in testing a bag, it's hard for me personally, just because I have, I like to test for a couple weeks, but it's hard when you have a lot of bags and you're one person, you do everything yourself. So I remember testing them more, and I was going to initially do a follow-up video, and I remember the straps did end up hurting. So their 10-liter, this is a 10-liter camera sling, and I think it's just fine. Like I'm not sure if I totally get the hype around that one. I was not a big fan. And honestly, like, I wasn't a big fan of their everyday bag, and I wasn't a big fan of their tote either. Their zip bag was good, But I don't know. I just, Peak Design. Oh, wait, they're duffel. Ooh, I like their duffel. I like their duffel. I'll give them that one. They got me there. I like their duffel a lot. I remember in the comparison video to this, I think I came across leaning towards this one because I was frustrated that I was too dumb to figure out how to get it into backpack mode. But I did really enjoy like that one. And they also come in a 60 liter and a 35 liter. So I do like the different like size options there. Speaking of different size options, segue. Wandered. This is the Wandered Light. Look, I love Wandered. I think the Provoke is really good. I think the Light is a good bag if you need something that size. The regular Wandered Provoke, however, which comes in 21, 31, and 41 liters, is my favorite bag of all time. We'll see when I rank these top ones, but this bag I actually have been working on and will early next year have a like pretty big video specifically talking about a lot involving the Wandered Provoke. Like what this bag started a lot more than I think people realize, and it started a lot for me too. So I'm very excited for that video. But for now, I mean, it's always going to probably go right there, right there. Ooh, this is the Pursuit Retro Captain Pack. Now, when I first used this, I was like, wow, there's something about this bag that I really like. It's really good. Oh, that's because it's a ripoff. I didn't realize it soon enough, which I'm embarrassed, but this bag copied elements of the Prima system and the Provoke system, and then tried to pass it off like it was somehow original, and it's not, and it's bad, and I don't like copies. Don't like copies. Make your own bag. You don't have to copy successful bags, but this one was just a whole lot of nothing, and I just don't think if you're gonna take most of your key elements just directly ripping off other people, like, don't even bother. Don't even bother. The Renan Shoulder Pack was okay. It's fine. It's nothing special. I don't think it's as good as this one. Like the alpaca one, better than that one, easily. So, I don't know. Just didn't do it for me. The Rogue Sling was good. I think this is better than the Peak Design, personally. But I think as far as camera slings go as a whole, not my forte. I always have more than I can fit into a sling. I'm always going to go with like a camera bag, you know? The Cetra series from Monarch, like I said, they're good. Like, I feel like, again, Monarch does not get enough recognition out there, but they're good. Like, they're nothing special, but I think what does it for Monarch is the fact that it's recycled materials and low price point. I like a low price point, so that's cool. The Shimoda Explorer V2. I really liked this bag. I think it's really good. I think in terms of like adventure, explorer, hiking bags, it's solid on its own. But then you add in the fact that it's like for photography people, and I would put it best bag ever, but I don't think it's quite better than these two camera bags that are already up here. But it is really solid. This is the Simple travel pack, and it was good. It was, yeah, I would like to try more from them. I think Simple has some stuff going on. They have a giveaway going on right now too, which is really cool. So, yeah, they're fine. Topo Designs. All right, these two. I think this might piss some people off, but I know where I'm going to put both of these. Oh, not there. There. Bad and bad. I don't like Topo Designs. I don't know. There's something about their bags that just don't do it for me. This Rover pack pissed me off, and this just doesn't do anything unique enough for me to try. Now, they do have like a roller version, which maybe would be kind of cool, but like, I don't know. I've been to their flagship stores out here, and I've thought about maybe just purchasing something and like reviewing it, but there's just something that holds me back with Topo that like I want to like them, but I don't know. I just can't. Speaking of brands that I want to like that I can't, Tortuga. I don't remember much from them. Half the bags I reviewed, they don't even sell anymore. I think I've reviewed this bag. It looks, from what I can tell, it looks like it's like kind of a bag I've reviewed, but most of Tetsuga's stuff was kind of unique and you could tell it apart, and I enjoyed a lot of it. But this one that they kept, I just feel like, again, it's a giant box. Like, we have plenty of giant boxes already on here. Like, when you really start to look at these bags on a list like this, like, you start to notice that a lot of them kind of start to look the same. Tropic Feel Nest, it was okay. I think I wanted to like that bag more than I did. I think I like the packing cube. That's what I think really made me like that bag initially a lot more than I did was the packing cube, because that packing cube I still fucking love. Like, I think that's one of my favorite packing cubes, but in terms of a bag, I'd rather put that packing cube in a different bag. Oh, this is the Unsettle Rucksack. Now, this was interesting because it had some pretty, like, durable materials that were water resistant and everything. It sucked, man. Like, I think my biggest drawback on this that I just could not get over was the opening and closure mechanism. Look, some bags try to be gimmicky with the way they open, like fid locks, or maybe like those like magnets that are on like the Errant pack and stuff, you know, zips. You got all kinds of different stuff. But this one, the people behind this were like, you know what would be really cool to open a bag is if we took like one of those carabiners, but it was the ones you have to screw. And we did that. I don't want to sit there and screw and then have to no. It was just, it was such a pain. And it was super heavy because that carabiner was massive on just this flimsy body. It was bad. It was bad. Wandered. Looks like we're winding down here, if I could speak. Okay, well, it's 12:30, so we probably. The D1 fanny was mid. I like Wandered, but in terms of fannies, like, step it up. I love you guys, but like, you can do better. The Duo, it's time to be honest about the Wandered Duo. All right. When Kickstarter came out with the Wandered Duo, I think a lot of people were like, that's an interesting concept, but let's be honest for a minute. It's fine. It's not great. It's not bad. It's not forgettable. It's almost forgettable, but it's just fine. Compared to other Wandered products, it's just fine. I think these are the two. I think the Duo and the D1 Fanny are the two weakest entries in the Wandered lineup, and I really want to try their new stuff. The Fernvey is a good bag, and it is better than the Eris system from Boundary Supply, because unlike the Eris system with the Fernvey, you don't have to buy a bunch of accessories. It's a 50-liter outdoor bag, and it's really it's good. It's not really good. I almost did it, but it's not. It's good. It's not really good. The Wandered Veer, however, is my favorite packable bag. Packable sling, packable. My first choice for packable is always going to be the Belroy Light, but I like this Veer a lot. I've been using it more with my new job, and having a packable camera bag is just awesome. And this Veer has just been, I really like it. I might end up making another video about this one because I really like it. I've really been enjoying it. Speaking of really enjoying it, the Wakes travel bundle. I like this bag. I really like it. I'm almost tempted to put it up here. The drawback for me is the dog hair magnet that it is. But otherwise, I think I would put it up there. Maybe I'm not going to. I'm not going to. It's really good though. These two right here are from a company called Exactly Life, and I like the company in the terms that they try to do like stuff for like clean water initiatives, but in terms of bags that they made, their duffel was really bad, and their day pack in hindsight is bad too. So just kind of bad. What's not bad though is this is the Mission Workshop rake, and I'm not even gonna waste any time. It's going right up there. It's going pretty far up there actually, because this bag, it's the only thing I've ever gotten from Mission Workshop. I paid full price a couple years back, And it is one of the only bags besides the ATD2 that I've paid full price for that I 1000% stand by. 1000%. Like, I would pay the money for these again. If my house burned down and my insurance didn't cover them, I would find a way to buy these again because I just love them that much. The Nutsack Rucksack, forgot all about you. And I'm pretty sure that was like this year. So that's bad. The Gear Hauler from Pact, I'm pretty sure they discontinued it, but they have it like steeply discounted, and it's okay. It's fine. I still use it for groceries every now and then. It's fine. I don't think it's anything special, but it's fine. This is the Pact 1 travel bag. I have not got my hands on the V2 yet, which I really, really want to, because this is one of my favorite bags of all time. I love this bag so much. It is phenomenal. Like, I mean, again, Pact doesn't miss, really. I mean, right here, right here, right here. I mean, even their sling, like, it's good. Like, you know? I mean, the only thing that they kind of missed on, which makes sense if they're getting rid of it, is the Gear Hauler. I can get that. So with that being said, I think that's all of them. That's all 113. Holy moly. Let's rank the never should have been made, and then we'll rank the best ever. So, never should have been made. I don't know how many people are actually going to care about this, but this is the worst bag I've ever tried. This is a very close second. The Cyberback and the Homie bags are just awful. The Baboon to the Moon just makes me mad, so it's going to be right there. Like, it just makes me mad. This one being a knockoff gets it extra bonus points for being bad. The closing mechanism on this makes me want to just, like, I wish I almost had another one for, like, why did you do that? The cooler was a disappointment, and then these two were kind of about as bad as I expected. Like, you shouldn't have made these because they're bad, really bad. But, like, I get it, it's cash grab, but, like, you deserve to be called out. So, ranking the best bags ever, my top 10, because I think that's what we ended up with. That's what I was kind of trying to do. I was secretly counting as we went, so I was very careful. So this is top 10. I would say my top 10 would be something along the lines, we can do this a little backwards. I think I would probably go maybe, honestly, maybe that. Yeah, I think Wandered Provoke is unbeatable. The ADT2 is just incredible. The Wandered Hexed Access, bring it back. This will never leave my top 3, and I will never get rid of it. Bring it back. Mission Workshop Rake, Belroy Transit, Ready Transit, Ready Zip, golly. The Peter McKinnon Nomadic, Manal Carry On, the Pact 1, the Belroy Light Sling, and then the Gravel Domestic Duffel, which I'm sure this one probably is a shock to people, but I don't know, I fucked with it hard. But yeah, holy moly, we did it. Yay. That's all the bags that I could get my hands on that I've reviewed, ranked for you. Maybe I'll do this again in the future. Maybe I'll see if anybody, other creators that I'm friends with, maybe we could do like a giant, like we could all vote on these, on bags we've reviewed. But yeah, thanks for checking this out. I'm going to bed.